What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, I want to talk about Daniel Silva's The Kill Artist. This is the first book in the Gabriel Allin series that he does. It's like 26 books deep now. This was my wife and I are doing a thing now. We started this month in May. Today's May 4th. Um, where we wanted to read a book by an author we've never read every month. So like this month we're doing Daniel Silva. In June we're doing John Grisham, and July we don't know yet. But this was the first one. I read it first. She's gonna read it next at some point this month. What I will say right away is this was a 10 out of 10. Another one. 3 in a row for the month of May. I'm super excited to just be reading like awesome book after awesome book. This dude's writing was so good. It flowed so well. I mean, I was able to read it so fast and retain pretty much all of it, and I had a good time the whole way through. So basically, your main guy, Gabriel Allin, he's like a retired assassin. Pretty much, he doesn't do it anymore. Instead, he restores old paintings, and it's like super meticulous work. There's a section in the book where Daniel Silva just does. He did impeccable research to explain the delicate and tedious process of restoring uh, these old paintings, like from the 1600s, old paintings, old, ancient. Um, I guess that's not too ancient. Yeah, 1600s is, that's a long time ago. But he spent like just hours among hours restoring a piece of the painting smaller than the size of a dime. Like that's crazy, man. That's crazy that, and it's realistic. And then like the research he put into learning about what really went, a lot of the stuff that you don't learn about in the war between Israel and the Palestinians, and the feud between them. It's just, it's bad, man. It's there was things that happened between them that were they were on almost Holocaust levels of terrible. And it's just like I didn't know none of that when I picked up the book, and it just tripped me out. But he does a great job. The everything is, the book was amazing. Like I can't get over it. There's just not enough time to read as many books as I want to read, because I would immediately just start reading more of his. But there's other things I want to read. Still, no matter how awesome a lot of these things are, I'm still like majorly addicted to Star Trek and Tom Clancy, and now Star Wars again, so I have to read those. But man, Daniel Silva was good. I'm so glad I impulse bought as many books as they had at the thrift store of his, because I'm going to be reading him in the future no matter what. Like I'm going to continue on with this series. For sure I'll read another 1 or 2 books before the year ends. I had an amazing time. So your basic premise is, at the beginning of the book starts off with a terrorist attack in Paris, and the basically your culprit, your antagonist, it's a guy from Gabriel's past. So the organization he works with, which is called the Office, they have to try to recruit him back to, basically they want to get this guy and take him down. They want to kill him. So all that's going on. They recruit another old agent who's like a supermodel, but she's aging out of that career, and her name's Jacqueline in the book. And so they basically recruit her to kind of go mole into like one of your bad guys' peoples, another bad guy supposedly. What I will say is the way the book closes out, the way your protagonist faces the antagonist at the end is very unexpected. It wasn't terrible. I didn't love it, the ending. The first ending, there's kind of 2 endings. But the way the kind of conspiracy unfolds within the organization that Gabriel's working in is really just a master class in writing that Daniel Silva takes you in the last like 15 pages. So, but all the lead up to your good guy versus bad guy in the end, and the way, the way it happens is just so freaking good. I actually found myself looking up a couple of the artists that they mentioned in the book. Vallecchio, if I'm butchering the names, I'm sorry, and Rembrandt. And I was looking at the paintings. I was like, dude, I want to watch a documentary. I'm pretty sure it was 1600 paint. They're from the two painters are from the 1600s. So it was just a mind-boggling adventure. I want to say this was probably one of my first like actual just straight up thrillers. No, 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 no. Mark Cameron's would have been Open Carry, the book I read earlier this month. It was a straight up thriller too. More of a detective kind of thriller, and this was more of, you know, your spy game, assassin game stuff. So it was a great time. Yeah, a 10 out of 10. Every book so far this month has just been great, and I had a blast. And I would go into more detail, but man, I gotta really stop giving spoilers in these videos. I want more people to read these books. But what I will say is the character work is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best character work I've ever seen, but what you get with the characters, you really start to enjoy them. And like your bad guy, you go through all his emotions with him because he's also suffering from something throughout the book and within the pages. And so you're feeling on both things. So I'm gonna have to get the video wrapped up here in a second, because obviously, as you know, if you've been around the channel, sometimes they're good and sometimes he decides that they're not going to be a good one today. But what I am reading next, it is May the 4th. The Courtship of Princess Leia, kind of double reading a little bit, but I wanted to finish this book tonight. So I'm going to get a little bit of reading in. The wife and I have been watching the old N64 game, Shadows of the Empire. Great video game, one of the few games I beat when I was a kid. So Daniel Silva, 1010. That is 3 books down in May, on May the 4th. I'm hoping I can speed through the Courtship of Princess Leia, and by May 5th be down 4 books in the month. And we're going to scorch this TBR. I'm having a great time. And I will do a writing vlog reading update soon as well to go over that stuff. But, yep, Daniel Silva's The Killing Artist. The Kill Artist. Book 1 in the Gabriel Allen series. I have book 3. I am considering reading it and just skipping number 2, but I might just wait until I can pick up number 2 in June or July. It's going to be a while. I'm trying to... Our Mother's Day outing on Sunday hurt me. I had nightmares about it last night, so it wasn't like... It didn't hurt me physically. It hurt me financially, but it's okay. It was a fun time. So this is up next. Star Wars. I'm back on my Star Wars kick, and I'm having a great time with it. Later.